Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Monday. Welcome to our Power Up. Trust that you had a great weekend, and good to join you today, wherever it is that you are watching from. And we had several comments where they're watching from our last time together, and it was great to see all of that. And great to have you all touch base our last time together, and thank you for that. We had a wonderful day in church yesterday. Good services. Enjoyed the college group that was in last night, and they did a wonderful job. We've got another college group in this coming Sunday evening, and so please be sure and be here for that. We're going to have West Coast Baptist College this Sunday night, and you're not going to want to miss out on that. And then also this Sunday night, we're going to have Dr. Jim Shetler with us, and he is the vice president of West Coast Baptist College, and you're not going to want to miss the preaching this Sunday night. He's a tremendous preacher. He preaches all around the world. And just does a phenomenal job. He'll be a blessing to your heart, to your soul. So be sure and be here if you can for that. And then spread the word. We are privileged to be able to have Dr. Shetler with us. So please join us for services this Sunday morning, and the Sunday evening is when he will be speaking. Okay? Now, we're going to be in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Of 1 Corinthians chapter number 13. And Cliff and Karen praying for you this morning and thought of you as I knew you guys were leaving and heading out. And so have a great trip down there, and look forward to having you back in the next day or so. But have a good trip, okay? And I'm praying for you. Okay, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. Join us, please, if you would, in verse number 1, okay? As you know, this chapter is the love chapter, and that's what it's known for. The word charity used often throughout this, and I want us to know as we get started here the significance of this love chapter. Okay, here it is. Everything that we do amounts to nothing if it doesn't have the proper motivation. Okay. And that proper motivation is love of God, love for others. Now let's look at this verse number 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men, remember in chapter number 12, we looked at the different gifts. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, and have not charity, I become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And so, a sounding brass, tinkling cymbal, if you don't have charity, that's not a good sound to hear. It kind of reminds me of I don't know if you remember when maybe you had kids, or maybe you remember when you were a kid. Remember those little xylophone deals that you could bang on, bing, 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 all that kind of stuff. And it was kind of cute and all of that. The first maybe time or two the kids played with it, they're banging on it, but man, did that get annoying fast. And that's kind of what it's like when we are serving, doing the work without love. We become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. And maybe that was a little harsh, maybe in that xylophone kid thing. But really, what is it saying here? You know what? The sounding brass, that tinkling cymbal, they have their place. Okay, but when they are together in a symphony, an orchestra performing a symphony and all of that, man, it's so beautiful to have those different instruments together, working together. And man, when we are serving and without love, when we're just going through the motions, there's something missing and the sound just isn't right. And so, man, what we do for the Lord and really our purpose in life, man, we've got to have that heart spirit, that heart attitude of love. Everything that we do needs to be rooted in love, and that needs to be our motivation, our driving purpose. Verse number 2, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. Though we have all these gifts maybe that are mentioned in 1 Corinthians chapter number 12, Maybe we've been gifted greatly by the Lord. And you know what? Even though we have all faith and we see here the prophecy, understanding all wisdom, all knowledge, those that share, excuse me, sorry about that, those that share the truth of God's word, okay? And though we may be able to do that, all right, we may be able to teach, we may be able to preach, we may be able to understand the scriptures, we may have great faith, okay? But if there's no love, what does it say here? We are nothing. The Bible challenges us, and maybe we'll go there maybe tomorrow, but where the Bible tells us that we are to speak the truth in love. You've probably heard this before. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And are you portraying a caring, thoughtful spirit towards others? We may know the truth of God's word, but people don't care what we know if they don't know that we care for them. And people need to know and experience our love for them. And oftentimes when it comes to sharing the gospel with somebody, when it comes to discipling an individual, there's a relationship that has to be built first. And those relationships spawn out of love. And are we loving others? Don't just go through the motions. Don't just say, well, they just need to get it. No, we need to invest and we need to love. And I hope that is something that you are striving to do, to love on people and develop relationships with them. Look at verse number 3. We even see the sacrifice here. So it says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing. We see this a lot, maybe hear this a lot, where people, they give maybe their money to charity, they give their time to charity, they give their effort to charity, okay? And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if the motivation behind that is just a photo op, you're missing it. If the motivation behind it is, man, I've done my good duty for the day, you're missing it. The reason why we sacrifice, why we give of ourselves, of our finances, of our energies, is because the reason is we ought to love others. And if we are doing the work without the love, then it profits us nothing. And the world's great at these charities and all of that, and organizing these charities and that, but they're missing it. The world thinks if you throw enough money at something, it's going to make the difficulty, the heartache, or the problem go away. And that's not the case. What people need is they need love. What people need is they need somebody that cares, somebody that will sit down with them, hear the problems, walk through the problems with them, and genuinely desire to see somebody grow, somebody change. And so, man, I'm so thankful for those that sacrifice and those that give to charity, but if we don't have that right motivation, it profits us nothing. And then we're going to get in chapter number 4, or verse number 4, we're going to get into really a definition of charity. And so let's do this. We'll end there today. And in verse number 4, we'll get into more of the definition of what love is, okay? We've seen the necessity of love, all right? We've got to have it. If we operate without charity, without love, it profits us nothing. We are nothing. And we become astounding brass and tinkling cymbal. We are not fulfilled. We are not complete because we lack charity. And so let's have some compassion. It reminds me, Jesus said oftentimes, or we see it said of Jesus oftentimes, that he was moved with compassion. We know that Jesus wept. Why? Because he loved Lazarus, and Lazarus had died. And Jesus knows death and all of that, and Jesus knew that he would raise him from the dead. But death, that separation, that's a hard thing for people to handle. Okay, and so let's be a people that express that compassion, much like Jesus did. We read in Jude where it tells us that if some have compassion, making a difference. We read that in Jude verse 22. And so let's be a people that are compassionate, people that love, people that operate out of a heart of love toward others. Okay? We're going to end there today, and hopefully it was an encouragement to you this morning in regards to our spirit, our attitude. And so let's be sure and be communicating one with another, encouraging one another, loving one another, all of that good stuff there. Okay, now let's welcome those who have commented live. If you are watching the recorded version, thank you for watching the recorded version, and make sure and comment as well if you are watching this later in the day. All right, let's see who we've got here today. Brian and Cindy, good morning to you, and so good to have you on today. And thank you for the encouragement about the services yesterday. Trust that they were a blessing. Jean, good morning to you as well. Hope you have a great day. I trust that you had a great weekend. And then Cliff and Karen, as I've already said, praying for you as you travel. And have a great time as you're downstate as well. Charlie and Marcia, good morning to you both, and thank you for watching this morning. Hit that share button if you haven't already done so. Comment if you haven't done so. We'd love to hear from you throughout the day if you're watching this at a different time. All right, have a great day, everybody. Lord willing, we'll touch base again tomorrow as we continue our study in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, looking at verse number 4 tomorrow, really the definition of what charity is. All right, have a great day, everybody. See you in the morning.